Hello, this is Stephen Choiles, home of the World Fairness Agreement and the website thewayoffairness.com. That's where the World Fairness Agreement is on the website. 4 pages. Gives you the general idea of what we need to do worldwide to stop the insanity of humanity doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. We need to make this change to fairness. We might not survive as a species if we don't. We might all be extinct, and it'd be better that we were extinct than to have a dreadful future with increasing unfairness to people that are trying to be fair to others. So I want to tell you about this incident that's going on, and it goes back to years ago when the hometown I'm from, home of the mighty Red Devils, Springville, Utah, and so the idea of Satan and Jesus. I was raised in a Mormon town, raised in a Mormon family. So they use the fear of Satan. The fear of Satan. Oh, that was the reminder. The microwave. Yeah, the microwave, I wanted to make sure it was 1100 watts at least, and it's 1350. But I'll tell you in a minute what happened while I was checking the back of behind the microwave to see the label, like on the shirt. And that's another dream where Jesus' shirt, I don't know what it's about. I don't really care. I just care about fairness, and that's all I care about. And stopping evil, defeating evil, because evil is unfairness. And that's what I do. I defeat evil. I defeat unfairness. So the hometown and the Ouija board history and the spirits, evil spirits, ghosts, aliens, extraterrestrials, satanic ritual abuse, all that stuff. I researched all of it to find out the truth behind it all. So, hang on, I'll get this book. I'm back. I got the book. The Road Less Traveled. Scott Peck. So it's a good book. I read it and it was very beneficial. It starts off kind of like Buddhism idea that life is difficult. In Buddhism, it's life is suffering. So I practice Buddhism. I don't think I have a permanent soul. I don't care if I don't exist anymore, or if I do. It's like that's not the point. The point is do what I can to defeat evil while I'm here. And so that we have a better future for these unfair humans to be born into. Maybe if it was fair, they wouldn't be so unfair. I'm thinking that we can change. People change. People learn from an experience and they get grace from the guru or from God or from their psychologist or whatever. And they decide to take a different path, the road less traveled. And that's what that book's about, delayed gratification rather than immediate gratification. So it's about self-discipline and thinking correctly and so forth. Okay, so I was interested in this next book, The People of the Lie, and I started reading it and I got about halfway in. And he goes off on this Christian tangent and about exorcism. And, that's where my hometown, the people, see, there were suicides because of the Ouija board and because of Satanism. A lot of fear there. So they control us with the fear of Satan or the fear of God. And they need you to have the fear of Satan so they can keep you in the church. It's the fear of Satan that caused people to run back to church. Some kind of paranormal phenomena happens and they get scared and they go right back to church. I've seen it happen with a whole bunch of my friends. And so that's where this story goes. A little while ago, I thought I heard somebody outside talking through my door again. You know, that's not fair to talk through someone's door. You can't prove that they said anything or who said it. It's absurd. They want to get my attention so bad. They're desperate to get my attention, the gang stalkers, everywhere I go, that they want to get my attention so they can try to control me. So, you know, it eventually goes to death threats. And like today, I heard somebody say, "You just got cursed." And so I made a little short post on my text that says, "They are cursed because they're nothing." So they like tell me that I'm nothing, you know. It's like, if you're nothing, people, they don't count. You don't count if they think of you as nothing. You're nothing. You don't count. You don't even matter. You're nothing. So Buddhism is like, yeah, hell yeah, we're nothing. You know? And so is everything else. So not only am I nothing, but so is everything else, and so are they. But tell them that, you know, the people with the big ego problem. And we're in this war, this mind war, this spiritual war. And I'm trying to win so I can show people, look, I won. So obviously the way of fairness is a good idea because I won the whole world. Everybody agrees. Nobody's fighting me anymore. So then we can get the World Fairness Agreement working, and we can have a short forward in the beginning of all the scriptures saying, if there's anything unfair in the following writings, disregard it. Or if there's any teaching through this religion that's unfair to other people, disregard it. So, you know, we're updating. We want to make our religion fair to everyone now. That's all it needs, just a paragraph. And and all the religions have to agree with it because of the World Fairness Agreement on the day after Christmas. And I thought of it a year ago, Christmas, and so it was the day after Christmas when I made the first post on World Fairness Agreement. And so I thought, well, let's give it a year and see what we can do with it. Maybe we can make it happen. And okay, so back to the road less traveled. And the people of the lie, Scott Peck. So, see, here again, you have the Christian religion taking a monopoly on truth. And they're not speaking the truth. It's like when you read Revelations, it's talking about the people that say the truth is the falsehood and it's reversed. That's them. That's the Christians, as well as others. And so it's confusing. So you realize the only answer is actual truth. And stop doing other people wrong. And then it's like where Christianity should have gone. But the Gnostics tried to get rid of the old mean God by saying he was a tyrant and he created people unfairly. Well, they didn't know about evolution. So see, I'm an atheist. So how can you be an atheist and be a Gnostic? You can't. And because you don't believe in a creator deity. So there's no God to blame it on. And if obviously there's no God, there's no Satan. So, the curse. I'm looking at the back of the microwave. And I hear a big crash. And I look over and the fridge is fallen. And the water bottles under it saved it and cushioned it. It's like it's on a little cheap fold-up table from Walmart, and it's too heavy for it. And it's all I have for now. And I got all the stuff out of the fridge, and got the stand to work in a notch that wasn't worn. I had to use a different notch. It's adjustable in height. And so I adjusted the height, and now it's working. But it was such a coincidence because I just was told I got cursed, and they're telling me it's my fatigue. I was so tired last Sunday, and the people at my new church, the Divine Assembly, it's a mushroom church, and this psilocybin is miraculous for me. It's like I'm normal again. It's such a miracle. It's wonderful, and I can take a microdose, like 0.2 of a gram or 0.3, so I feel it for half an hour or an hour, and that seems to be more effective it's like it's kind of like lithium for me because it dampens my mind and it slows me down, and the rebound is I get a whole bunch of energy, but I don't know if that's why I'm lacking on energy. That's because of my pituitary tumor that was removed. So since then I have a major problem with fatigue. It goes with the territory when you have that procedure done. At least I'm breathing. At least I'm still alive, and I'm not blind or something. So anyway, the curses and I need to tell you that last week I got a text message from a Christian guy that saw my car, and he was trying to talk me into finding out the real God, and I'm like, hey, I'm an atheist. They don't seem to get it, that you don't think there is a God. So how can I find out about the real God if I don't think there is a God? Makes no sense. But they hassle me. It's like the missionaries. They used to provoke me. And I didn't know how to handle it. Finally, I realized I just tell them I don't believe that stuff anymore. And that solved the problem. Once I got the power to just say that, I'm an atheist and I don't believe it anymore, then they know they don't have any hold over you because you don't believe it. You don't give their God Almighty any credit for having any power whatsoever. It doesn't exist. The archon of the Gnostics doesn't exist. It's just evolution is blind, so to speak, and it creates humans, and however, we're just one of the animals. And so we have health problems and so forth. It's not God's fault because there's no God. Now, you don't have to agree. The power of the mind is real. So mind over matter. I've seen stuff change by the ruling group, and their imaginary God gets power through the mind, and we're working with these other spirits in the universe, I guess. And the machinery can change. So, like, breakdowns happen because of me standing up for myself and the truth that I believe is true. And so the machine quits working. And then, they run me off because I'm causing the problem. No, it's them using a God that fails. They blame me instead of their God that failed. It's ridiculous. So they don't want me back at the TDA, the Divine Assembly, because when I first went there, it's the same thing going on there. There's people talking about we're going to have to kill you under their breath, or like, they're trying to get you to surrender. And it's like everywhere you go, people are talking like that. We're going to kill you, or that there's curse on you, or stuff like that. Insults. And so they're trying to control. So they want to get their group in control of everybody else. So the Muslims want their group to be in control of everybody else. The Zionists want their group to be in control of everybody else, and so forth. The communists, the Republicans, Trump people. It's the way of the world. It's been that way from the beginning. The Roman Empire is an example of it. Cyrus the Great. And anyway, instead of agreement, World Fairness Agreement, where we all become friends and cooperate and stop this stupid insanity of trying to conquer the whole world with your team. It's never going to work. You make enemies. And they come back and kick your ass. it's aggravating. So I'm looking at the label on the back of the microwave. The fridge falls down, and I'm using the Scott Peck's book for a hot pad. I put the hot plate on that book, and rather than burn the table, because I don't care about him anymore since he went Christian, and so they're trying to exercise a spirit that is sacred to me. It's my friend. She's extraterrestrial. She claims to be Satan. Or anything else she wants to claim to be. So, see, to them, to the Christians, I'm evil. But it's like, I'm the one that wants people to be fair. And I'm the one that wants total forgiveness for people that agree to stop doing others wrong. And so they still want to have people surrender to some tyrant God. And there's fear. I can feel it now. I can feel the fear. So the group, the mind, I don't think there's a God there, but there's a group of people that have the power of mind connected with the cosmos. And that's what I think's going on. And so I alone, when I don't back down, and I'm fighting back mentally, and I'm connected to the all-powerful oneness, there's no number of people or any other power that can defeat me. And every one of us can individually defeat the gang. And now I've got this ear pain going on, and this fatigue, this feeling of like migraine headache. It's like a curse. It's like I'm being cursed. And so they are cursed because they're nothing. And they can't stop me from saying that. They're trying. And so the fridge stand breaks. And it's got to do with those evil spirits that Scott Peck's talking about, the exorcisms. And so, see, I was told that I could locate the devil of the Mormon church with my mind when I'm dreaming. When I'm dreaming, my mind starts doing stuff, and there's a spiritual fight, a mental fight in the dreams, because they don't want me dreaming what I'm dreaming, and I don't want them doing what they're doing in my room. I can see some figure that's an imposter of me doing stuff like I would do, but it's not me, and he doesn't do it the right way. He lies about being me, and he tells people I'm on their side. I'm not on his side. I'm an enemy of his. He's not me. So I seen him in the mirror, and it's a window also. And it's like I saw that guy in the mirror, and it's not me in the mirror. It's somebody else in my dream. And so I caught him, and I'm like, you got to go. And it's not down, it's up. You got to go up. I don't know why. Computer stuff, up or down. And just before the stand broke and this big commotion happened because of the curse and the exorcism and the curses that are happening, this spiritual warfare, I heard telepathically in my mind, it wasn't a voice, it was a thought transferred, stay away from the window. I don't even know what window, but see, that was the window to the mirror. I had dreams years ago where I could go into the mirror and come out anywhere trying to protect my son, not looking at women in the mirror naked. I wasn't doing that. So I knew about that. And then there's the Satan's mirror curse. It reverses the curse. It's a mirror curse, Satan's mirror, to reflect the curse back on the ones that send it. So I studied witchcraft and curses and all that kind of thing. So anyway, one of the most meaningful songs recently is David Crosby. He just died recently. almost cut my hair, because back in the 60s we were not cutting our hair. We was growing long hair. So I was like 70s, graduated in 75, and I didn't want to cut my hair to play football, so I didn't. Well, he says, I'm not giving in an inch to fear. So he didn't cut his hair because he owes it to someone to not cut his hair. See, that's anti-biblical. Men are supposed to have short hair and women are supposed to have long hair, according to Paul in the New Testament. So, it was really quite interesting when the fridge fell, and I'm glad it didn't hit clear to the ground. So, people are dead because of this Satanist God stuff. Suicides. My friend, she says that there's going to be a whole bunch of suicides now because Glenn Beck is still a thing. He's still winning. He's still on the air. He hasn't been put in jail for slander or fined or anything. And because of that, there's a big fight. Their team's going to keep fighting until they're defeated. And it's like Trump going to prison as part of that. They're Christian nationalists that are trying to take over our democracy. They need to be defeated. According to people like, I'm a progressive Democrat. And I don't like that the Democrats are not standing with me for fairness. They need to join the way of fairness and put that in their platform. Let's get them to do it, shall we? Have a great day.